I'm clicking go live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Just playing a little bit of old school again. Oh my god. Yeah, I completely zoned out. Honestly, it's probably better that I didn't put anything in my pouches there. Because it means that I don't lower their durability. I'm not going to be able to hand anything in anyway. I want to grab a stack of these. And then see if I can get in this portal. Got a little bit of a lower energy me today. I can't say my energy's ever super high, but I'm pretty low on the meter right now. So it's just gonna be chill. Not a whole lot of talking. Let me make sure that I've got everything up. Because once again, I guarantee you that I do not. And I've done very well in that I have once again made myself echo on stream, but that's fine. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I need that one inventory spot anyway. Goes here. Need to set up some new fancy commands as well at some point. It's here. Pop this out. Put it right over here. And we've got everything set up. Or at least we should. If I'm forgetting something, I'm sure I'll remember it soon enough. For the most part, I've just been playing this and a little bit of League recently. I'm getting a little bit more wound down on League. So I'm playing more of just ARAMs and stuff like that. I played a fair bit of ranked over the last little bit, and it's just more and more got me into the idea of I don't really want to go too hard on the game. Because it really is, especially in solo queue, an absolute mess where no one really plays for the team. Everyone kind of just plays solo, goes for kills and that kind of thing, and then when you're playing a role like AD carry, which is what I tend to play, you end up in a situation where no one even registers that you exist in the game. Which feels really, really awkward. And I tried out for a couple, like, rec teams, basically, like, teams that are sort of just trying to get players together at the moment, and it kind of gave me this vibe of like I don't actually want to play competitive, like coordinated again, because it's way too much stress, you know? When you play that game and you're in voice chat with like 4 people that you barely know, or even 4 people that you know fairly well, if you are the reason that your team is like massively far behind, or like you've made big mistakes that have put your team in a really bad situation, it's just constant stress that like I'm not used to and I don't really want to deal with, so I'm not sure I can go back to playing on a coordinated team anytime soon. Oops. Meant to move something on my other monitor and close something down by accident. Oh well. There we go. No, it actually just won't let me drag and move it. I'm trying to drag a thing that I... What is going on here? I'm trying to drag a pop out and it won't pop it. Like, it won't let me move it. It just clicks on the thing behind it, which is very odd. No, I can't click on it at all. Computer, what is going on today? I'm supposed to be the one that's out of it, not you. What the heck? It's just... No, it's not really slow. It's just... My mouse... Okay, so my mouse is in a different place. It's reading my mouse as being in a different place than it actually is on the pop-out. I'm gonna have to like close it down and try to open it back up. Wonder if it's because I changed the size of the window that it originally came from. Never had this happen before. Be able to fix it in a second here. It thinks my mouse is like way below where it actually is. So I pop this out again. Okay, now it's fine. I can resize it all I want. Not have it break. There we go. What on earth am I doing? Oh boy, you know I'm out of it today when that happens. It's off in the middle of nowhere. For some reason, my brain thought it was like the start of a game. Should be fine though. I think I have enough essence that I can just zoom to the portal and I don't really need to pick up anymore. Throw that in there. So yeah, I'm at currently 59 rune crafting. I'm hoping to get 65 today. If I do, I'm going to cash in my, like, by then I'll probably have about 100 or so rewards. What I'm really looking for the most part, what I'm really looking for is the catalytic talisman, so that I can do Morning's End without having to get the large list of items. I think either way, I'm going to go for the catalytic talisman over getting the items, because I can just get runes the entire time I'm doing it, and it's not just a load of time running around sort of not gaining anything else. So I think I'm going to kind of do Guardians of the Rift until I get a catalytic talisman either way. Other than that, pearls for the outfit. I don't know if dyes count for the collection log. If they do, then I'm looking for those as well. But they aren't that relevant. And then I'm not sure what else you can really get from here. Obviously, I want runes. Death runes, blood runes are probably the highest on the list for what I can actually get. Having a big stockpile of law runes is great, because then I never have to come back here to get more. And then everything else is kind of just extras. It's always nice to have just a lot of runes lying around. This is going to time out. I'll just head through here and wait. Oh, we got a 1-minute break here anyway. And now I can check through this stuff. Oh, that's a really nice pop-up to have. Alright. Perfect timing. I'm really not sure if it's better to go in that portal at the start. Because being in there from the beginning does let you get a full inventory, but I think you get the same amount of inventory hand-ins either way. Whether you do that or come here first. Because you get the one before the first portal, and then every time it's portal into craft, into portal into craft. And it really just depends on how fast the group is going as to how many hand-ins you get at the end, because sometimes you can get an extra one with the extra portal, sometimes you can't. Today it's been generally that you just can't get an extra hand-in anyway, so I can just sit here until the altars start up, because I've already got the full inventory. It's really weird wearing prospectors for this. But you don't need graceful because you get your energy regen every time you hand stuff in. And there's nothing else really to wear. So I want to click beside this in case someone upgrades it. Oh, I thought... Oh, that was water, not earth. Don't know why I thought I did earth there. But I think the only thing better than wearing Prospector here is obviously the Raiments of the Eye, which I can't get because you need the pearls for it. It's just, I don't know, when you only get 5 mining XP per mine, it just, I don't even know if the Prospectors is doing anything at that point. What even is the math on that? You get 1 extra XP every, like, 20 mines or something like that? You guys hit Clickbox is absolutely massive. You can add my rune crafting level to the canvas as well, if I feel like it. I have a couple seconds here. Wait, where'd it go? Oh. Just throw it down there. It's easier to see that stuff. Hey Goop, how's it going? Just got a chill stream going today, cause woke up not too long ago, a little zoned out. Sonic, eh? One of the older ones, or one of the new fancy Sonics? Sonic Mania. Don't know if I've heard of that. I can't say too much about it. It's been a while since I've played any of the Sonic games. We grew up with mostly Xbox stuff, so there wasn't a whole bunch of Nintendo or there was a bit of PlayStation in there. We had an old, like, modded PlayStation. Ah. It's kind of like a reboot of the old ones. Nice. You having fun with it? Like, the last time I played Sonic games, I used to go to a middle school nearby my house that we would stay by the daycare there. The family was usually busy for a little while after school, so we'd stick by there for a while. And they had a I can't remember if it was a GameCube or a N64. but they had one of the 3D Sonic games there. Nice. It was a fun time. As the resident gamer of the group, it was usually my job to get people past things that they were stuck on and that sort of thing. Yeah, it makes sense, because I know, they also had, what's it called? Kirby Air Ride? Is that the name of it? The one where you can, like... It's really hard for me to remember, but you, like, drive around the city. Pick stuff up. That was a fun game. That was a really fun game. Yeah, exactly. For some reason, my mind, like, because it's been so long, I'm like, oh yeah, you could play as other, like, play multiplayer, and then I think I looked back on it recently, and it's like, barely multiplayer or something like that. Kirby Air Ride. Yeah, GameCube. Yeah, I was pretty sure at one point I also had, for the Game Boy, one of the Game Boys, the, well, I don't even know the name of it, the Tilt one? The Kirby Tilt game? Kirby Tilt and Tumble. That cartridge was absolutely massive. I should work out just how long these games of Guardians of the Rift are, so I know how long I need to take between breaks. I'm trying to keep pre-roll ads at a minimum. It seems like if you only do a 1 minute... I should have repaired my pouch. Oops. If you only do a 1 minute, it only disables it for like 20 minutes or something, which... isn't the greatest, but what can you do? Yeah, I remember playing that air ride, like, as multiplayer quite a bit. So it must have been just... I remember, like, trying to unlock a load of stuff on there. But it was probably just with the other kids that were sitting around there. One of those, you have one GameCube for, like, 20 kids. Yeah, I mean, the extent of GameCube was like that, and, or for me at least, the extent of GameCube was like that, and then Smash Bros. With my cousins and stuff like that. Honestly, the Nintendo systems I just can't keep up with. Because once the Wii came out, like, Wii was like the Nintendo system. And everything past that is just like renamed Wii stuff, and it like the Wii U where it's a Wii. But is it even the Wii U? No, it's the Switch, right? See, like that, this is why I get confused. The Wii U did have like a handheld screen, right? Because it almost feels like it's just the same system, but slightly changed every time. Like, the Wii U had a screen, and then the Switch had, like, detachable controllers. Ah. Yeah, I had the, it was the usual sort of, my cousins had a Nintendo system. And whenever we'd get together, we'd just play Smash Bros, and that was about it. And of course, I'd get stomped because of zero experience actually playing the game. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Wii U was the one where, like, sometimes you had to do things on the screen. Or, like, one person could see stuff on that screen, and then other people were seeing stuff on the main screen. I remember that stuff. Yeah. I never played it, but I've seen a few videos of it. It's just, it blends together with the Switch so much to me that, like, it's hard for me to differentiate between the two. But we'd hold, like, Smash Bro tournaments, essentially. And it would always end up... Smash Bros. Is one of those games... Just going off on a tangent here, middle of my sentence, it's fine. One of those games where you get to a certain point and you start having to actually, like, learn and practice combos and how to, like... I can't even remember the name of it. Wave Dash is what it's called. You have to, like, learn how to do all these things, and I just could never get into sitting down and learning things. Like, or rather, learning how to do the different combos and stuff. And I've been like that with quite a few games. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, once one person in the group gets to a certain level, it's like, you either all just keep getting stomped by that one person, or you actually have to learn how to be as good as they are. True. which is why I don't play Mortal Kombat, because I don't want to have to learn any of that stuff. It's the same thing with, like, ooh, level 60. Nice. The same thing with, like, Rocket League, where I've gotten to the point where just generally I'm around like a diamond or a low champ level, and it's like everyone talks about learning how to speed flip for the kickoffs and how to, you know, do fancy, you know, dribbles and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna go sit and free play for a game that I don't really play all that much just so that I can compete with the people that are slightly above my rank. It's just not fun to me. It's fun for some people, but it's just not my kind of thing. I'd rather play the game than sit there learning how to play the game, you know? That's fair. Does For Honor count as a... I guess it would, but I don't know. I think of it more as a, like, medieval game, I guess, rather than like a fighter game. But I guess you do have a lot more control over stuff like that in For Honor than you do in most other games like that, so makes sense. And I understand the not liking rank stuff. Oh, there we go. Pre-roll ads have been re-enabled. Feels bad. Why did I just walk out? Am I just not thinking at all? I knew I had to walk out, but I was supposed to wait until the game actually ended, so I got my free XP. Oops. That's fine. I'm gonna run this real quick. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Hopefully you're back. Sorry if that cut you off at all. But I understand what you mean about competitive games. When I was younger, I used to play a massive amount of League. And I think it took me 2 or 3 years before I actually even stepped into ranked. And I think I originally only went into ranked because I was playing in like a community and they wouldn't let you play in the tournaments unless you were ranked and you had a certain amount of games in ranked. So I just went into ranked and got ranked like silver or gold or something and then just started playing there. And then when I actually started taking ranked seriously, I very quickly jumped up to plat to get those rewards and then like waited a season and then jumped up to like mid diamond or something like that. But competitive games are just way too stressful most of the time. That's why solo games can be so much fun. Because most of the time when you're playing solo games, you're not really competing against anyone else. And you can play it however you want to play it. You don't have to go super sweaty and play the best thing possible. You don't have to go the best build or anything like that. You can just play what you want to play and just chill out. Feels like in competitive games you end up being forced towards the meta of whatever is currently going on at the time. And you can't really play the way that you want to play. Because going back to like League references. Oh, did I not? Why did that not work? Back to League references, like, my preferred playstyle when I play League is to play, like, the slower scaling 80 carries and the slower scaling champions. And it's just so hard to play those right now because the entire meta is about doing really quick burst damage and blasting people. And if you pick one of these late game scaling champions, it's like everyone's already given up on the game before you've even left your lane. So you can't even really play the game as that style. Not to mention it requires your team to actually play around you and have knowledge of like not just running into the enemy team, which then makes it even harder to play. So it makes solo games a lot more fun, a lot more interesting to really stick with. Even if they don't get updates, so they don't last quite as long. You end up jumping from game to game. It's part of why RuneScape is so much fun, though. Because even though it is like a multiplayer game, I don't do PvP really or anything like that. So I can just play the game the way I want to play it. Whether that happens to be super, what's the word, efficient at times, or whether I just want to chill out, run around, and do nothing with my time for ages. Or whether I just want to be what I currently am now, which is having such a lack of knowledge about the game that I just sort of do things in an inefficient way without even knowing that it's inefficient, you know? Unlucky. I still don't like that handing in these cells can sometimes give you XP and sometimes not. It's really awkward. Oops. Probably air, yeah. It's always air. Whenever it's blood runes and I can't make blood runes, it's always air. Oh, I don't have enough. Alright, we're gonna get one more inventory of Chaos Runes. I don't think the portal's gonna be up long enough. Or rather, I can probably get into the portal, but I'm not gonna be able to get enough essence before we time out. Yeah. And these games last for so much longer than I ever thought. Like, I thought they were like 5 minutes a game or something like that. Like Winter Tot level of speed. But honestly, they last for a long time. My hand is still freezing. Still misclicking every now and then. I went to bed last night and actually turned off my computer. Which I used to do all the time. Like, I used to always turn off my computer at night. Lately, I haven't been, and I can't even remember why I haven't been, but I started doing it because of some weird login process to something, and it was such a pain in the ass to do it every time. So I just started leaving my computer on so I didn't have to go through the login process every time. And because of that, my room would just be a lot warmer. throughout the day and like the whole night as well. And now because I turned it off last night, I'm like freezing. It actually seems like I'm not even allowed to play another ad. Until the pre-rolls start back up. Oh no, there it is. It seems like 15 minutes or so. Was that 15 minutes? Maybe 10 minutes? I didn't time it. I should have. Just so I know. I could always just leave pre-roll ads going, but I don't quite know how that stuff works if it just sends an ad in the middle of nowhere. Sorry if you hear a vacuum and stuff going. We're having a semi-get-together for my brother's birthday tomorrow, and so people are cleaning stuff up while I sit here playing RuneScape. Lucky me. I feel like this XP slows down a lot more than I thought it did. Like, you get levels so quickly when you're lower level here. But now that I'm actually looking at the XP per hour, like, 34k actually compared to things like, you know, Winter Tot or Tithe Farm or even Temperos, I don't think 34k is actually that great. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't think I am, though. Maybe it's just because I'm this level, like I can't make death runes, I can't make blood runes. I don't have the colossal pouch, like there's a lot of downsides at the moment. So maybe those are sort of locking me out of the better XP rates, or maybe this is just because like any other way of actually getting runecrafting XP is just that bad. I would not be surprised. I always hear people complaining about runecrafting. Hmm. Interesting. My stream is telling me that my bitrate might be too high. If you guys see anything that's super concerning, let me know. I thought it was generally fine, but I haven't been paying too much attention to it. I didn't know it had these little pop-ups that are like telling me what might be wrong with my stream. It's good to know. And there's ads turning themselves back on. So it was somewhere around 15. Hello? On earth is that noise? Pre-roll ads are like, or rather it allows me to turn them back on at around 15 minutes or so. Not pre-roll ads, but it allows me to play another ad at around 15 minutes or so. Alright. In between games. Went and screwed up. Went in the portal, but I didn't take more cells before I did, so now I'm back here. Don't think the portal's too important anyway. Hey, 50 crafting. It's weird the random crafting levels you get from this place. You have 5 XP per essence that you craft. So little. I do eventually want to get, I think it's 70 crafting to make a, or is it 80? It might be 80 crafting to make an Amulet of Glory, and then it's like 70 to make an Amulet of Strength, I think. I think most Iron Men go for getting an Amulet of Glory from, like, hunting implings or something like that. I think there's a different way, rather than actually making it yourself. That seems to be the case with most Iron Man stuff. My mentality when I first started was always like, I need to make all my own stuff. If I want rune armor, I gotta make rune armor, but then it's such a high level to make it, and you can just get it from a lot easier sources. Like, you can straight up just buy it once you're done Dragon Slayer. This one. Sorry, I'm still waking up. I know I've been streaming for like an hour. I'm still not entirely here. As I got some medication to help me sleep better, basically, recently, and just upped the dosage, and my body is like, what's going on? I still need to get used to it. I probably could have waited a second there. Nah. I thought maybe they'd hit it, and then I could get the XP from handing it in, but seems like we have too many high-level Guardians up. Don't get why sometimes it doesn't register that click. I usually wait until I can see all the essence before I click the altar, just so it doesn't bug out like that, but not sure if that's what causes it. Sometimes it just does not care about my click on the altar. Oh, why did that not work? There we go. I think sometimes I just click and drag too quickly, so it doesn't register it as a click or something. That happens quite a bit as well. Like, click to either empty or fill a pouch, and then it just doesn't happen. I'm too washed up. I played some League games with an old friend yesterday, and I was like, yeah, it'll be fine, it's just normals. I'll hop in here. They were all playing Phil, so I was like, okay, I'll just fill a role as well. And I inted like all 3 of those games. I did not feel good. There was one game where I did relatively okay, and in that game, our random like top laner AFK'd, and we just got hard stomped anyway. Like I was like 4-1 in that game as a mid laner, and I was actually feeling okay, and then it was like, oh, doesn't even matter. But oh well.